Ever wondered why your kids and grandchildren are so obsessed with Bitcoin, and why you should include some in your portfolio? Well, time is ticking to jump in on this asset before the train leaves the station. Imagine a world where money is not tied to a specific country or central authority, where transactions are as easy as sending an email. That's the world of Bitcoin, a new form of currency that's been shaking up the financial landscape since its inception in 2009. Bitcoin is essentially digital money, but unlike the online transactions you might be familiar with, it operates without the need for a central bank or single administrator. That's right, no Federal Reserve, no Bank of England, no Central Bank of Europe. Instead, Bitcoin relies on a system of peer-to-peer transactions. Basically, it's people dealing directly with people, cutting out the middleman. Now you might be asking yourself, how can that work? How can we trust that the transactions are legitimate? That's where the concept of blockchain comes in. Think of the blockchain as a giant public ledger. But instead of being kept in a dusty drawer in some bank, this ledger is maintained by millions of computers worldwide. Every time a Bitcoin transaction is made, it gets recorded on this global spreadsheet. It's a transparent system where all transactions can be traced, but the identities of the people involved are protected. It's like a cloak of invisibility that ensures privacy while keeping everything above board. So why is this so appealing, especially to the younger generations? Well, it's about control and freedom. Bitcoin users have full control over their money without having to rely on banks or governments. It's a global currency that's not affected by the economic policies of any one country. Plus, it's portable, divisible, and can't be counterfeited. In the age of the internet, where we can communicate, work, and entertain ourselves online, it only makes sense that we should be able to manage our money in the same way. So, Bitcoin is essentially money for the internet. Now, you might be wondering, why are people, especially your grandchildren, so interested in Bitcoin? Well, let's dive into the reasons why Bitcoin has become the talk of the town. One of the major appeals of Bitcoin is its promise of financial freedom. Unlike traditional currencies, Bitcoin isn't controlled by any government or central authority. It's like a wild stallion, untamed and free, roaming the vast landscapes of the digital world. Another aspect is its potential for high returns. Just like a roller coaster ride, Bitcoin's value can go up and down dramatically within a short period. It's a bit of a gamble, but one that could pay off handsomely. Moreover, Bitcoin allows for anonymous transactions. Imagine being able to purchase that fancy golf club set without your spouse knowing. And let's not forget, it's free from the usual banking fees. No more pesky charges every time you want to transfer money. In essence, Bitcoin provides a level of control and potential for growth that traditional currencies can't. So why should you, as a baby boomer, consider investing in Bitcoin? You might ask. Well, let's jump right in. Bitcoin, as we've discussed, is a digital currency that operates independently of a central bank. This means it's not subject to the whims of governments and their monetary policies. Now, why is that a good thing? In a world where the dollar and other traditional currencies are continually losing value due to inflation, Bitcoin can serve as a hedge. It's like a digital version of gold, retaining its value even when the dollar falls. For those in retirement, this could be a crucial factor to consider. After all, you've worked hard to build your wealth, and it's only fair to expect it to be preserved. Next, let's talk about diversification. You've probably heard the advice to not put all your eggs in one basket. This rings true in investing too. Bitcoin can be a way to diversify your investment portfolio. By having a mix of different asset types, you spread the risk, which can lead to a more stable financial future. Now, if you're still on the fence, consider this. Many successful individuals from our generation have embraced Bitcoin. Take Robert Kiyosaki, the acclaimed author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He's a firm believer in Bitcoin and has invested a significant amount in it. If someone with his financial acumen sees value in Bitcoin, it's definitely something worth considering. In closing, it's important to note that, just like any investment, Bitcoin carries risks. It's not a guaranteed ticket to wealth. But with careful consideration, thorough research, and perhaps a bit of that adventurous spirit that defined our generation, it could be an addition worth considering for your portfolio. Just like any investment, Bitcoin carries risks. But with careful consideration and research, it could be an addition worth considering for your portfolio.